It's good that shareholders have recognized the resilience of our business and all the efforts we've done, not only our markets, but all the efforts we've done on cost and on margin management, and that's been recognized, and that gives some satisfaction in all the other negative things that are happening with COVID-19.
Yeah, and it's interesting, Thierry, and I've spoken to you for years, and of course your predecessors, and it's like you are the most cyclical of sectors in many ways. So there's only a certain amount you can do yourself, and you were talking about the cost savings and that as well. You are very dependent on this global economic recovery. Is there more you can do internally, though?
Well, I think what we've proven is that we've done a lot internally. For those of you who are the hobbyists, you can put the revenue of this quarter into our margin and our costs that we had 2 years ago, and you would see a much more negative impact in our bottom line. So I'm very proud of the team, not only of what we did in the market and our market positions, but how we actually made the company much more robust. Also to survive in a very good way a very, very negative cycle in the second quarter. So a lot of it has been on cost margin, but all sorts of efficiencies with a global ERP platform, by looking how we can produce the products in the right places, using our installed base much better. So I think a lot of what we see in the second quarter is a result of the self-help that we've been advocating in the company for the last 2-3 years.
Thierry, I'll get very anecdotally now. There's almost certainly that I use some paint products, whether they were AkzoNobels or not, I can't remember. But during the lockdown, yeah, I like everyone else. I got out there, I got the paintbrush out as well. How much has that been a bonus? I was just looking at Kingfisher's numbers as well. So the decorative paints business, everyone got a bit bored at home, so they painted, didn't they?
Yeah, that's correct. Well, if the result was good, it was probably Dulux that you just giving you kind of an easy way of checking it out if it was our product or not. But kidding aside, if you look in our business, there's two dynamics. You have our performance coatings, I would say, in automotive, aerospace, etc. It's 60% the total industrial, oil and gas, marine. That has, of course, been impacted. We see that gradually coming back, and that's really very dependent on segment. In decorative, yes, I mean, our European business, our EMEA business is a big business, and about 40% of that is the do-it-yourself, and that's what you're referring to. There we've seen indeed a significant uplift, to the point even that the supply following the demand after the real roller coaster we went through was a real test of agility for our manufacturing people. But there we have indeed seen an uplift, and you've probably seen, if you go to one of the big box stores, that a lot of shelves are somewhat empty because there has been a real strong buy of home improvement products in general.
Yeah, a very close friend of mine is a builder, and he's saying getting hold of materials at the moment really, really tough, whether it's the bricks or whether it's at the coating side. Look, when I go on your website, which I am now, looking at your coatings business and the industries that you supply a product to, it's a litany of industries which are in real tough positions, such as aerospace, automotive, commercial vehicles, oil and gas as well, power. So for those industries to recover, I'm just not seeing a sustained recovery just yet. Any thoughts about where your industrial coatings business can go and what you can do with it next?
Yeah. You're right that there are performance coatings, as we call it. There's a whole plethora of businesses in there. And yes, you mentioned automotive and aerospace. They obviously have been impacted more. I mean, that's well detailed. For us, that is an exposure. We're not the most exposed company to automotive, but it still is a negative. If you then go back to the other side of the spectrum, however, you have the packaging coatings that we deliver. That's been very strong. Anything that goes into can coating. If you go into wood coatings, anything that is really repair into oil and gas has been doing pretty well. So it's a real distribution of businesses that are severely impacted and come back faster or slower. For that business, we think for the second half, and we've been indicated that we will continue to see these ups and downs. I think so far, in our portfolio, we've been pretty lucky that it's balanced between home improvement, deco, construction, and then some of the other markets. So we feel we have it pretty much under control, and we stay extremely vigilant with weekly supply demand updates to see where we have to make corrections.